Welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast with Janis R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janis will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as the angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janis R. Cohen.
Hey y'all, this is Janis Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist, here on the Intuitive Therapist Podcast. We are in the last week of December. Holy moly! And we are on our way to the beach, or should be at the beach. We always look forward to this time, my family. It's a time for us to decompress, to reconnect, and to just be with each other. We're all scattered in our different directions, like I know everybody else is. But I want to wish you a wonderful holiday season. For anybody who's celebrating anything in the month of December, Hanukkah's already passed, but December, Kwanzaa, Christmas, anything, Mazel Tov, enjoy. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday and a new year. And on the heels of that wish and blessing for you, I want to talk about your life review. It's true, none of us has any idea about what we will experience in a year. And our soul camouflages our lessons inside the experiences we have with no warning of what's to come, so that we can actually fulfill our soul contracts fully. And I don't know about you, but each year, I can't predict. I wish I could, right? But I am beyond surprised at what's happened in 12 months' time. Death, birth, challenges, things that I didn't think I could overcome, triumph, clarity, growth. Yet each year continues to bring these things and others for all of us, right? Could never imagine the things we could go through in a year. And unless and until you fully accept and understand that everything that happens in your life is to teach you something, you're going to stay where I was for many years, especially in my 30s, feeling like the world was happening to me, that I was a victim of circumstance, and I felt powerless, and I was angry in my 30s, shocked, and I really just felt helpless. And for the better part of my life, really, until I reached my 40s, I had no idea what to do with the events that caused me problems. I had no idea what responding to life versus reacting to it looked like. And I had no idea that my soul had contracted all of these experiences with all of these people and places to actually help me. Nobody told me that. It took me a hell of a long time to figure out any of that. But again, that was my path, right? So anything when you look back and you go, oh my God, nobody told me that. Well, it wasn't time. You had to figure it out. This is what we call learning in the earthly plane. And it isn't, right, until you realize that your life circumstances aren't permanent, that there's a way out, that you can actually use what happens in your life and how other people show up as your teachers and as your human education. And today we're talking about taking a life review because we are here at the end of the year. And I bring this up because it's so easy to roll into the next year without taking stock of where you've been, what you've actually accomplished, who you've become because of your yearly learning curve. And I think most people don't give themselves the credit they deserve for their achievements. And I'm not talking about external achievements. I'm talking about internal achievements. How have you grown emotionally, psychologically, spiritually? Who have you become because of and on behalf of your experiences this year? What caused those changes? What happened at just the right time with just the right people in just the right places for you to finally get it, whatever it is you needed to get? I'm always fascinated about right timing. It's never predictable, but it's always reliable, just like change. It's a constant and we get no warning. So I'd like to encourage you to take time, not just 5 seconds, but enough time to go through this past year, your past year, the things you can remember with your mind, and those things that show up for you as you get quiet and meditate and open up to the reminders and notice how you triumphed. What happened? Who was involved? Can you clearly identify your lessons in each of those experiences? Did you write them down? What boundaries and new decisions and commitments did you make as a result of your newfound knowledge and growth? How did each of these experiences change you in your core? How much more confident have you become as a result? Where do you notice a lack of confidence? What lessons do you still need to learn that you're aware of? What continues to haunt you? How open have you become to seeing life as a teacher versus an adversary? What choices did you make that changed your life this year? What did you choose to continue to do? And what did you decide you were going to stop doing? What new goals did you decide you wanted to achieve this coming year? And what goals did you actually achieve in this past year? What goals did you not achieve, and why? What beliefs kept you stuck this year? What beliefs did you let go of? What new beliefs did you adopt? How have you changed, really? What new things have you learned about yourself in life that you didn't know before? Did you take more chances, or did you continue to play it safe? What did you get sick and tired of and change? And what do you still feel discomfort with and want to change, but haven't? What wants, needs, and ought tos did you change into I musts? Must do. How did you positively contribute to the world this year? How did you positively contribute to the lives of others? How did you positively contribute to your own life, your mental and physical health, your spiritual and financial growth, your intellectual growth, your personal growth? How have you contributed to all those things? What areas do you still feel stuck around? What areas in your life did you break through? I could go on and on and on with these kinds of questions because I love questions and I love posing questions to help people, cause them to think more deeply, to be more insightful. But I think you get the picture when it comes to doing a life review. What worked, what didn't. It's not enough to just go through life and not take notice of your growth and where you need to grow. You've got to not just review your life at the end of the year, but daily, minute by minute, always asking yourself questions like, what can I learn from this? How am I doing? Do I need to learn more? I wonder why this is happening for me. What does this mean about and for me? If I did have the solution, what could it look like? I ask myself these questions and other questions constantly because when I use my life purposefully, then I eliminate the urge to feel exploited by it. Instead, I turn the tables on it, I befriend it, and exploit life to my advantage. Just like any feelings we have, we need to befriend them so that we can understand their usefulness. And you may need to listen to this episode more than once to answer all of the questions, which I highly suggest that you do. And if you only want to answer a few, choose which ones feel like they're the most impactful for you, the most important, the ones that call to you most, and lean into those answers. Write them down. Don't keep them in your head. Sure, you can mark January 1st as the time for change and the new you, but isn't every day, actually every moment, a chance to start over? To declare new things, to choose to believe new empowering beliefs, to establish new and powerful boundaries, to choose to learn from life and to grow? Isn't that in every single moment? I think so. Every moment provides these gifts. You don't have to wait for the socially acceptable time-stamped moments to choose to level up or grow or astrological placements. You get to decide when you grow, when you change. You do. Anytime you choose to learn from life and become a happier, healthier, freer you, it's the exact right time. I hope your year in review brings you new insights about your resiliency, your inner strength, your ability to create true and lasting change, a sense of comfort and inner peace coupled with a new feeling of determination and commitment in the areas of your life that you know need to change. And I wish you a wonderful year ahead. Always be curious about your life. Never forget how powerful you are as a student of it. Always learn. Always be open to seeing everything and everyone as your teacher. Choose actions that stretch your comfort zone. Choose to stand in your power and end ignoring what's wrong in your life. And learn to trust yourself completely. That alone will carry you further than you could ever possibly know. If there's one lesson in life to learn, to me, outside of becoming more loving and being of service, it's growing enough into the truth of who you are that nothing and no one can knock you off your certainty of who you are. I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful week, a happy, happy, and healthy new year. And as always, live intuitively.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend. And be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.